Hey, Miss Kathy, do me a favor, make sure that form he filled out is in here as attachments. Everyone
I've
else,
already,
thanks for
I'll be
joining.
glad to.
Everyone else, thanks for joining. I've got to unmute. Go ahead and keep your phones or microphones muted.
Can you refresh, Miss Jennifer? I must have added to the deal, so I'll go back and add it to the account.
I can get to the deal. Let me refresh.
No problem.
Got it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Jennifer, Richard is logging on right now. Just give us one moment here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Richard. How you doing?
Miss Jennifer, he's logging on right now. It'll be one moment, okay?
Hey, Kathy, he's on.
Oh, he is? Okay, great.
I'm saying hi to. Hey, Richard, how you doing?
Good. How you guys doing? All right, I got it. No. Okay. Hold on. Give me a minute here. Come down with you. Okay. Good. How you guys doing?
Doing good, thank you. This is Jennifer Bagley. I'm the CEO of CI Web Group. Thanks so much for taking the time to visit with me this evening.
No problem. Thank you for meeting up with me.
I guess it's not this evening West Coast time, not yet. Getting there.
No, not at all. It's
Yeah.
3 o'clock here.
Yes, I live in Seattle, but we spend about 9 months out of the year on the road, so we're in Central Time at the moment.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, very good. I see you guys. It looks like you were referred to us,
Yes.
and I read the information you originally submitted. Tell me a little bit about where you guys are and where you're trying to head.
Well, where we're at, it looks like a 1990s website, and I'm trying to head to a 2019 website.
Sweet. I'm glad you said it. That leaves it easy for me.
It was just, when we did this, it wasn't really a big deal for us. It was
Yeah.
kind of just put together, move on. We had bigger fish to fry at the moment.
Yep.
So, which is fine. It got us through, got what we needed. I paid pennies on the dollar on it, so it's all good.
Good deal.
And then where I'm trying to go is, just a better website, something that makes sense and works with your phone. And then potentially, that kind of ties in a little bit with like a CRM, which you guys are familiar with, Zoho, when I learned the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. You've been watching my screen?
Well, no, not even. Well, yeah, that's true. That or I talked to the other lady. She mentioned that you guys are big on Zoho, so
Gotcha.
it's good. I like it. So I do need here. I also have my office manager going to join us, Kelly Cruz.
Hi,
Hey, Kelly, how you doing?
doing good.
Fantastic. So he brought you in, and right when he was talking about the CRM system, that's your baby?
Well, I guess it's me pushing the envelope a little bit, and
Okay.
unfortunately, I just, I make a mess of things and I throw it her way, and she fixes it. So, so yes, the website, having good SEO, search engine optimizations inside of our website, stuff that makes sense. Nothing too elaborate, because our business is not our website.
Yeah.
So, being cautious and having somebody that understands that, and people that know their product and what they're offering, and making sure that they have the right clientele. And for us, our business is not our website.
Absolutely.
It's a piece. It's a tool. So again, it depends on how much you spend on your tools is where I really, some people think, oh, the website's the whole business. And for some companies, yes, that's correct. Your website, your business evolves around your website. But it does not for us. I just need it to complement what we do.
Okay. So from an operational standpoint, how are you, or what's your initial thoughts on how the website can make you guys more efficient operationally? Is it educating customers, customer service? Is it sales and marketing? What are your thoughts?
It's going to be educating our customers a little bit.
Okay.
And the second, probably biggest piece that I could think of is we just don't look like a 1990s website.
Okay.
I mean, because you always just look at, you hear something, you type in their name, you pull up their website.
Yes.
And I do tend to judge people rather quickly, but I'll look at it and go, oh, no. Or sure, let's talk to these guys, or let's see where this goes,
Yeah.
And I look at my own website and I'm like, wow.
That's okay.
It's like, okay, someday we'll get to that.
But, what
so
about from
that?
a lead generation standpoint? Is that important?
No.
Okay.
No, just because if you are looking for any restoration work on a website, I don't want you to call me.
Okay.
Because you are already the wrong customer.
Okay. How are you guys getting your clients as of now? Referral?
Well, it is referral, but I hunt them down.
Okay. Gotcha.
It is straight. I knock on the door that I want.
All right.
So that is, yes, because pretty much that property or that address, if you have any less than 300 or 500 apartment complexes, it's almost not even worth my time talking to you.
Okay. Got you.
You know what I mean? That's like, if you're a single family residence, no, don't. It's only going to be as a favor. I do those as favors for either big customers or family or friends.
Okay.
And then a 10 unit, you're a mom and pop shop that is a management company and you acquired it through inheritance, or you got lucky and you made some money and you have a 10 unit apartment complex, and you're going to be all up in my grill about everything I do on that place. So I don't even want to talk to you.
So you're looking for more
multifamily
apartment. Okay.
Yeah, gotcha. Large multifamily apartment complex, condominiums, complexes, HOA. So we do a lot of work in San Francisco. That's 30, 40, 50 floors there.
Yeah.
That's what I want. That's pretty much what I want my website to show, that image of that. This is the caliber that we're playing with. You have 50 floors and your resident just paid 25 grand or 50 grand a month for their apartment complex. So, when they look at that website, it kind of needs to reflect that you're dealing with a very high-end, very sophisticated company, and you're going to feel satisfied with them walking in to your apartment complex, and you're going to be in India for 2 weeks to play for the weekend. I don't know. We get some crazy clientele.
So when you said SEO, you're not thinking SEO as far as to get found in search engines for anything other than your brand.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right, that makes sense. And as far as branding, so these people will already have heard your name. Will they be searching for your company name plus San Francisco, your company name plus San Jose? Are you looking to be found by your company name plus location, geo-target?
I don't know enough, so I'm going to say sure.
Okay, possible. Okay.
So maybe that's what I'm looking for you guys as the professionals to say, yeah, this is good, or no. But pretty much by the time we acquire the property management and we build a relationship, so we're in there, we're hunting down that address. And then at some point they're going to go, you know what, I got a problem, or, you know, let me just see what these guys are all about. And they're going to just Google advanced restoration. So it needs to come up and they're like, oh yeah, oh nice. Oh yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
these are the guys we want. So,
Let's see what we got so far.
wow, Service Master Advanced Restorations. That's not good.
Well,
that's
the first search I'm doing without being incognito because I want to get an idea of what pulls up. I'll do another one incognito so my computer's not showing the target. I
so
happen to
that's the Yelp right there. That's us.
this one.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
So like the Yelp reviews, you know, for the longest time, I never really cared. You know, people are, you know, we get hunted down by Yelp a lot, and it's like, you know, it's not even worth me spending $200 on that. Just because if you looked at Yelp, chances are you're Mrs. Smith or Mrs. Jones in a house, and you're looking for da 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 da. It's like, don't call me, please don't,
Have
because
you?
I don't want to have to tell you no, and then you go back on Yelp and these guys, they didn't even take my call. You know.
Yeah, I mean, for you guys, the only challenge is there. It's hard to argue who looked up your company name, saw that as a snapshot, and left. I have a client, just one, who's like the one you wish you never got into a relationship with, and he left a single negative review on one site that happens to be the only standing review. And I guarantee you, for my own business, there's a large group that just simply doesn't call because of that one single review. Even though I have hundreds of reviews in other locations and other places, if it showcases like this, it's the hard one to argue. I can't quantify how many businesses just didn't pick up the phone because of
that one. Fair enough.
Quick visual on the star.
So that's that, and so just keep in mind, that's just my personal opinion.
Yes, I'm working with that.
And I am not the professional.
I'm using my own dirt to help you with that opinion.
All right, I like it.
So, I mean, that's the reality. You know, I could easily say I believe people are smarter than that, and no one's gonna not call us because of one jerk.
Yep.
But I can't do that because I can't quantify it. Because the reality is, they just never called, and we'll never know that they didn't exist.
Yeah, and there's a lot of truth behind that. I'm sure there's, you know, we're going into these high rises and they just do a simple search and they see the Yelp and they go, oh man, I don't even want to deal with these guys.
Right.
In the high rise, if they can't even maintain a 5-star rating on Yelp.
Right. So I would say, you know, well, let me ask this. Did you sign up for Yelp? So normally what they do is they'll get you into the free version, then they have you sign up for a paid version. You'll get a bunch of positive reviews and you cancel and they only show the negative ones. None of that?
No, we never signed up because I don't play that game.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we need your website to own and occupy a heck of a lot more space, and you've got Trust.car store. You've got a lot of potentials. You just have a generic name, so no offense, but search.
No, it's fine.
So we've got 256,000 indexed pages that are optimized for the term advanced restoration. That's what we need to focus on.
Such as, you want to explain that a little bit?
There's so many
Well, if somebody does, let's say you guys work your tail off, you go in and somebody does Google advanced restoration, I need you guys to be number one of 256 million other pages.
Yep.
So, okay. Let me do the same thing in a, now let me check something real quick.
Yeah, That's us. Yeah, those are all us.
Okay. Do you guys own and operate this Google business listing? Do you know if you have access and ownership of it?
Yeah, I think we do. I was in there the other day because our old address or our corporate address is the 1177 North 15th Street. We still, our parent company is out of that address, and we moved to Rogers. So I had to go into Google and so to fix that kind of.
Okay. Let me go glance at these real quick. Current use of social media is for what's your primary purpose?
I didn't know that was still there.
Okay.
There's some sort of service we get with DKI, and they attached, I think, to their somehow. Who's that? Jennifer? No. Oh, that's you. So they're posting something on there because I had one of my friends comment, like, "Oh yeah, dude, I see you're posting Facebook all the time." I'm like, "What?" Like, I've never posted.
Yeah, the last post on here was April of 2017.
Okay.
Okay. And
so I'm trying to get like one of my office staff to just put stuff on there and keep that. Again, I hate social media like with a passion because I haven't been in my Facebook page. It was 8-9 months ago, and then time for that maybe a year ago. Time for that another year. so I don't know. I just hate it. So, but I know you need it.
Well,
normal in this time of day and age.
Yeah, and I understand and feel very close to the same in many ways. The only challenge is Google is a giant mathematician, and all Google is doing is calculating how trustworthy and how popular you are, or each individual page on your website is, based on all of these factors. And if your social media accounts have posted content the last time was 2017, your popularity went down because you're not relevant, you're not current. If the last time you published content was however long ago, again, you're not current, you're not relevant, so you're going to go down. If you're the one posting content, that's it. So the good part is it's easy to play a game because you can win, and B, if it's math, that's even easier because we can figure that out.
Yep.
Just a game.
Yep.
So question real quick, who domains by proxy, what's the deal with your actual domain name? Why does it show your registration information outside of Arizona?
I have no idea.
Okay, so we do need to fix that. Everything about your domain currently is stated Arizona, which when you're trying to get your company found inside California will be the immediate throw off for Google. And the domain is by proxy. Unless you have a crazy stalker we need to know about, we need to get it out of a private registration. Any reason why we would hide who the registrar is of the domain that I don't know?
No, because we originally bought it through GoDaddy back in 2011.
Yep, I can see that. So we've got some history. It expires on 21, last updated 18. So, and you've got a 3-4 year renewal. That's good. But we have it under your GoDaddy account. You guys can log in to your GoDaddy account?
Yes.
Okay, so Miss Kelly, if you can remove the proxy, which is the private registration, and make sure all of the address details inside your GoDaddy account for your domain registrar details and admin details, make sure they're all based on your actual address. That'd be great. And that's free to do. They're not going to charge you. You can update it from the back office or call them and get them to do it.
Okay.
And that's all through GoDaddy.
Yep. Just call GoDaddy and that'll at least get, because Google's going to check ICANN, which is the domain registrar bucket, and it's going to see, okay, we're trying to hide who it is and they're outside of Arizona. I don't want either of those. We'll just let it be public and the address match where you guys are actually located. That's an easy fix. No structured data. Obviously not mobile friendly. Have you guys been taking photography of your jobs? Do you have before and after pictures of real work?
We do, but they're not, I'm not sure if they're
They're not high quality.
high
Pretty
quality,
much,
yeah.
like every guy is supposed to take a minimum of 5 to 10 photos every day.
Okay.
And then there's what, 13 guys. So we have hundreds of thousands of photos. It's
Okay.
just nothing with the marketing in mind. So, I mean, we could probably sift through a lot of it and find something that's going to pass, and then spend some time with somebody with the intent of taking marketing photos.
No worries.
Which-
That works. That works. That works. Who's the writer in your office that can provide content if we need it?
Like, what do you mean?
Like,
Like who we are, what we do, who we serve, how we're different, any kind of content that would explain, i.e. the services that you sell, the types of consumers who you work for, the kinds of projects you do. So when we're designing the website, we're designing, a picturesque vision and view of your business. And everywhere throughout those containers, it needs to tie to content that represents whatever that is. So if we're talking about fire restoration for large apartment complexes, for example, we'd want to have content that mirrored that image and picture.
Okay.
Is that something you guys can write in-house?
Yeah, we can.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Good, 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 good. Okay. All right.
Yeah, see, the mobile friendlies. Everybody does everything off the phone nowadays.
Yeah. And actually, we just had our first set of reports come in that showed the highest volume of AI searches that had beat out our mobile searches, where somebody was talking to Alexa.
Oh, wow.
What?
They're asking Alexa or Google Home, one of them.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, Alexa, find me the best blank in blank. And that was the highest volume of searches. First time in our history that it outperformed mobile. Mobile outperformed desktop, and desktop and mobile both outperformed tablets, but this is the first time AI has outperformed both. Now for you guys, looking towards the future, you guys should be in an augmented reality, something that's more VR, or at some point, imagine your website if somebody was able to put on if they had a VR headset, which they're headed that direction. I would
VR?
virtual reality headset, and they could walk into the fire or walk into the job and feel like they're in it.
Damn.
Yep.
Is that really coming up?
We're already there. So we're already planning for that. Mobile responsive is actually dead. That started in 2015. Mobile responsive. That requirement was 2015. 16, they started issuing penalties. 17, they launched something called Mobile First Initiative, which essentially means we have to design and develop, code the infrastructure of a website for a phone with the ability to expand instead of for a PC with the ability to shrink. That's the only difference. It's a big difference from a coding standpoint, but now mobile responsive is not even the requirement, it's mobile first, the mobile first initiative. They haven't started issuing penalties, but that'll come next. So
Wow.
we're, it's all right.
That's crazy.
So what if you ask Siri, like, Siri, look up this? Does that get considered as?
Yeah, that's an AI device. That's an AI or a voice search.
Ah.
I mean, because
Well, yeah, 'cause you're moving to hands-free.
Yeah, I use Siri for just about everything.
Yep, and so does everyone else. So you have Siri, Bixby, Google Home, Google Search, or Alexa, and now there's a few other ones.
And they would do it for even like home services.
Absolutely.
Cool. I mean, I guess you are mainly an HVC side.
Well, that's an accident. That's because they think if they can flood us with new business, then we won't do anything else. But that's not our core. We've done everything. I've done Allstate fire equipment, done restoration sites before, everything from legal and medical and everything else. But business services is our primary base of clients right now. And that's, I mean, it's mobile and AI for sure.
Wow.
I know I was, my kids, I said kids, they're in their 20s, but they work for the company. And so they were calling us last week and saying, hey, you know, we're behind, and it's really frustrating them that we're behind because we need to be more in virtual reality. And then they made me watch a Netflix movie called Bandersnatch, which is a complete virtual. It's a movie that you can choose the path you're going to go. You can say, yeah, I want to, you know, destroy my computer or throw tea on it, and it'll take you down a different path.
What? Like the movie itself, or like
the whole movie? It's on Netflix.
Oh, wow.
seriously?
Yep. You can watch the same movie 100 different ways, and it's a completely different story. Completely interactive.
So it's not like just it's a one-track movie. So it's an actual. You can decide.
Yeah, you can say if I wanna kill my dad or just yell at him.
Oh, wow.
Isn't
Wow.
that crazy?
Wow.
Yeah. The second I think I'm bright, I just talk to my kids.
I know, right?
Okay.
What was it called?
Bandersnatch on Netflix.
Bandersnatch.
Yeah. And you got to watch it on like it has to be a smart TV or watch it on your computer.
On a computer, not in like. Because I got an Apple TV at home. And
That works. Yeah. Yeah. Did you guys say that this 1765 is the old address?
No, 1765 is our current address.
That's our current address.
Okay. So what about the 650 phone number?
No, I don't think that works. We still have works. Well, I guess it still works. I didn't think it still worked anymore.
All those lines will tie in.
Okay. So you guys,
They do.
yeah.
607 is my parents' address.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Squares.
All right. So what about that when the DKI is at the ending? What is that for?
The DKI is a membership group that I signed up with that we're part of. And it really allowed, I don't know, it's our affiliation that we're with DKI.
Okay. Got you. So I don't want that on any of your directories. What I need is I need the data that shows on your domain registrar to match exactly what we have on all your directories and match exactly what's on your website. That way there's no confusion That's the first step that'll help us get you guys found for your own company name from a branding standpoint, is to make sure there's no inaccuracies across the board for all of the main directories, your domain registrar, which you guys can fix that on your own, and your website. And local listings is going to absolutely help you get all of these things up to date, accurate, and be able to take over more real estate so we don't have all these kind of randoms with similar names showing up in the same space.
Okay.
But we can come back to that later. Okay, so as far as your website goes.
You don't like the DKI on there?
No. You could put it in a description, but not as your company name.
Okay, and then all right.
Yeah, we need to keep your company name the same across the board.
Yeah, because that technically our business name is Advanced Restoration DKI.
It's part of a franchise.
Yeah.
Okay, that's different. Not like a BNI. So I was thinking club membership or group like a BNI or something like that.
No, it's a franchise. It's a legal franchise, but it's the only thing that we have to. What do we have to do? We just have to show up to a convention every year. That's the only thing we legally have to do.
That isn't our logo.
Okay, got you. I'm gonna fix that then. That way we're all across.
So do I need to go in and update it and just remove it to Advanced Restoration? All of our.
No, if we're gonna stick with DK, what's on your branding? What's on your business cards you hand out, paperwork? You guys go door knocking. What do your leave behinds?
Advanced Restoration DKI.
Okay, so we need everything to say DKI at the end of it. We'll just keep that as the primary. So when you update your GoDaddy account, make sure that DKI is at the end of your domain name, registration name. Okay. All right. So from your website standpoint, getting it designed and developed in a mobile first environment, with PHP 5, WordPress 5.0, which is the newest version. All of that's easy. The way that the design process works is you guys would actually fill out an onboarding form or a series of onboarding forms that would tell the team what's important. I've got some of the information here, but we'd want to transfer what's in your head over to the team. And then they would essentially come up with the initial design brief. You'd have a project launch call, and then they'd submit the design brief to our designers. They'd come back and they'd have the layout for your homepage of your website. That's the primary piece you need to participate in, is making sure that you like the overall layout and design of the homepage of the site. It'll be a full width website. It'll be current. It's not going to feel 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then you guys will go through basically 2 rounds of changes on the homepage design until you approve it. When you approve the homepage design, the team will start working on a sitemap. So on the overall layout, you don't have to worry about pictures and images and content. That'll happen at the very end when we get into when the site's been developed, and we can finalize the actual images and pictures and things that are going to go on there. It's more the structure and the layout. So if somebody's coming to the site, they know who you are, they know what you do, they know who you serve. If you want to have any testimonials or samples of logos from clients and so forth, we can do that. And then how to reach you.
So do you want to take a look at some of our current customers' websites as well?
Sure. What you got?
You want to look up Irvine?
Irvine Company.
This is like a first one, yeah. So this is one of our first bigger customers right here.
Okay. What will they let you use on your website?
Oh, I don't know. You know, I have not asked them this. I have not asked them that either. Yeah. But it's more like these are the maintenance staff and the corporate office that's looking at our info.
Okay.
This is who they are. Now, the next big one is, I can go into just like maybe 3.
Okay.
And the next one would be UDR. I don't know what's like UDR.
Got it.
Yeah, that's
right
it.
there. So we do a couple of their high rises downtown San Francisco.
Okay. Great. Great. Great.
So, and then one more would be
399.
that's UDR.
Oh, that's
There,
UDR.
you could
Are
do
there
like
Infinity?
Action Life. That's them right there. These are like their main websites. So some
Yeah.
are more advanced and others are pretty basic. I mean, you see this in like the larger corporation type setting. And then inside of these, you go into like each property has its own website as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that helps at all. Like 399 Fremont is one property for UDR, and 399 has their own website.
Yep. Absolutely.
So this is just to give you an idea of our customers and what they're used to and what they're,
I would say for your that's when we're focusing on the section of who we serve, which needs to be extremely highlighted on the very homepage of the website, is you need to mirror the design of your clients. That way it's a familiar place when they land there. So those sites are perfect examples of how the team can design that section of the homepage. So when they're at the right place. They can tell.
Yep. That's similar to like when you're sitting there meeting with someone, you mirror what they're doing.
Yep. Exact same thing on design. I like this layout.
It's cool.
Yeah. And what you'll notice about all these sites is see how it's boxed? So because it's boxed, it allows the mobile responsiveness to basically reshape and reframe every container. So if you look at it on a mobile devices, it's just a bunch of squares. That's all a website is in a nutshell. It's what do you want to put in each square? Is it a picture? Is it text?
Yep. I mean, ultimately, it would be the pictures and videos per se.
Yep. Yeah. Is it picture? Is it text? Is it video? Is it a infographic? It's just the content that goes in there. So if you guys are, we'll obviously, as far as getting pictures goes, if you have pictures we can use, it's great. If not, Kel, you could dive through iStock Photo and find images you think represent the main containers of your website as far as what you guys do, who you guys serve, the communities and areas you're in. So if you want to have a landscape photo of San Francisco, if that makes sense, so that people know they landed in the right place. You've got a downtown scenic view of San Francisco. I would do something like that. So it is just hands down, I'm at the right place.
Yeah.
And that'll save you a lot of time when you're in the web project, if you can nail down those images right out of the gate. When it comes to design,
photos?
Yeah.
iStock Photo, yeah.
Okay.
We have an account.
Yeah, just go in here and start, think of those blocks. It's who we are, what we do, where we do it, how to reach you, what do other people think about you. Those are your 5 main core buckets in your website. And you're going to have images to represent those.
Wait.
Easy enough?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, what else?
I don't think I need anything else you guys want us to host and maintain the website, security, support, so forth on an ongoing basis? Say
Do
the
you have to make that decision right now, or?
Well, here, let me help with that. So your website it's a living being. You're going to have WordPress, what has to be updated every month. You're going to have your core database, which is going to contain all your content, which is MySQL. That needs updated. All your plugins need updated. That stuff breaks and it needs fixed or replaced. So if it's not about having a server to put it on, but you need maintenance on the site on a regular basis. Otherwise, it's just going to be old and archaic. And even with maintenance, you still need to have the database and your main technology behind it refreshed every 18 months to 24 months, depending on how quick these new requirements come out.
Mm-hmm.
How
So-
much?
We charge $100 a month. That's hosting your website, maintaining it, doing all your backups, all your security, and support. If you guys get stuck, need to add another page, you need help, and you don't know how to do it, then of course you'll have resources that'll help you.
Okay.
And it just it makes it last longer. We have a lot of clients that are on a refresh plan, which basically means you get a new website every 24 months. It costs them $100 a month, so they don't have to have any kind of one-time investment they don't have to think about it ever again. We just redesign and develop their website every 18 to 24 months. So that's an option as well.
Okay.
From an SEO standpoint, my thoughts out of the gate are to not focus too much on SEO or these local directories until we get this website done. I think you need to go after the website first. Let's figure out what kind of content we're dealing with, what you guys are able to create as far as content goes. Then we'll know what do we need from an SEO standpoint. If we need to spend more time focused on something like local directories and listings to get you ranking and to own and occupy your space, or do we have enough content on the website to do that? I don't think that's a decision you need to make now.
Okay.
Sounds fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
And other than that, I can get you a quote over. It'll be an e-sign quote to get the design and development of your website done. You guys will be doing the content. We'll transfer all the content that you already have, except anything in Flash. No more Flash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then we'll add the additional content. If you don't have, so we might agree on you guys adding additional pages to your website. If you don't have that content available by the time we're done, go live with your website because it's going to be better than what you have right now. And then add content after go live. We'll still help you with it.
Okay.
And that way Google sees that you launched a new website, it's got new content being posted on it, and they'll start crawling it more frequently, which that's a good start to all of this. And then let's have a conversation about your SEO, your local directories, and so forth after you get phase 1 out of the way.
Okay.
Okay. During that strategy call, the other thing I'll help you guys with is identifying what's the list of things that only you guys can do internally that you need to focus on versus what are the things I think you should offload and get on our plate, the more technical things. If we can get it done faster, less expensive without causing you a bunch of headaches, let us do the technical things and then you can concentrate on more of the content related marketing efforts and reviews. That'll be your baby, reputation management.
Who does that? We would do that, right? You said?
So we can provide the technology to best leverage your reviews, but you guys ultimately got to ask for them.
What do you mean by the technology?
So for example, we have an app that a lot of our clients use where every time their guys go on a job, they will check in when they get on site, and those photos you have them take, they'll have them take pictures on the job and check in and say, we're currently doing blank, whatever it is. We're installing this, we're fixing this, we're repairing this. Here's some photos. And then that content comes to us and we create a new page on their website that highlights it. Let me just show you one real quick.
Can you show us an example?
Yeah. So we'll create basically a work page like this that shows the check-ins that the guys did. So when the guys go do work, it'll show right here. If they add a picture or video, it'll show here too. When they get done with the job, either someone in the office or the guys, the technicians who are there, will send a quick text message to someone at the job site or who hired them and ask them to leave a quick review. It's a text message. They'll click the stars. They'll leave a quick note. We can direct the review to either go to your Google business listing, to your Yelp account, or to your website, but not all three or two. It has to be one location, depending on what our objective is. So if we're just trying to generate reviews that are on site on your website, so you guys start getting found for your company name in all of these different cities, then we'll direct them to your website.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll route them to like a Google business listing or a Yelp, where we're working more on reputation management on a third-party website. But we don't want to do that forever, because ultimately you want that content on your site.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So things like that. And that will just, it'll make the process of getting a review more of a business practice, a system you guys do every single time. So it's not so haphazard. Gives everybody a quick tool, easy way to get it, and it gives you new content being published on your website that you didn't have to pay for, which is always a benefit to SEO, because now you're current. Now you're relative and current.
It's true.
Without having to blog all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all in all of our best interest, but it just doesn't happen.
How long have you been working with Baron?
Let's see, a few years. You know them?
No.
Oh, I love these guys. They are, they listen, they learn, they implement. They are just really perfect partners.
You don't have a report on them as far as an example of your work from when you first worked with them until now, do you?
Well, let's see here. I'll show you.
Where they started and where you put them at?
Sure. So this is each time we do a revision to their website, our system will track a visibility score.
Mm-hmm.
So this gives you an idea where they started. And this is basically their results of how visible their website is. These are the rankings. So you can see they just climb. I mean, they climb. So in the SEO world, traditionally what you're going to look for is, what do you want to sell? Where do you want to sell it? So it's target service, target location, target service, target location, and it's identified by the rank. So for each individual page on their website, we're targeting a specific service and a specific geo-target. Every one of these pages that shows up on page 1, position 1, 2, and 3 becomes a new cash machine for that business. This is search engine optimization, and it doesn't matter if you're trying to get found for the service. That's because you're trying to use your website more for lead generation, versus if you're trying to get found for your brand name, then you're trying to use your website more for operational enhancements as well as brand recognition and overall conversions. You're trying to convert more of the business that you work hard to bring in. But the process of getting either of those to happen, it's identical to us. It doesn't matter. We just need to know which is more important if one is. This is the, I'll just give you an overview for all of our clients on the local listings program, or local marketing, local directories. So you can get an eye how they start with us versus where we take them. So remember when I showed you all those directories where you had misinformation, bad addresses, different phone numbers, missing info? That's what this is. So this is for 140 companies. We've set up and maintained 8,800 directories. That's Google Home, Alexa, Google Business Listing, Yelp, City Search, MapQuest, all the things that are your primary directories. We publish content to those directories. We've done 158,000 posts to them to keep them current. We've suppressed 1,900 duplicates, which is essentially when somebody tries to use your company name to snag business for themselves. So if I go set up a directory and I use Advanced Restoration as my company name, or in the title, and I use my phone number, but it's your business brand, that's what this is. People trying to steal other people's leads.
Well, how are you able to see that?
Because our system tracks every time something goes on the internet with your brand. So if somebody tries to use or post something, now we'd get pinged all the time. But if they try and set up a Yelp account or a Google Business Listing account with the exact same name as you, Advanced Restoration, we would get a notice, and we'd go look at it. So what I show everybody is just the fact that every single company that has ever came to us, even if they're technically paying another marketing agency to do marketing for them, they show up DOA. They're dead on arrival. Even if they're already paying for local marketing, no report of any client's history shows me that somebody was actually doing something to make them better. I'm sure they're out there, but when we get them, they're all DOA. So we're starting from scratch. They have no visibility. I had a guy today. He said, I pay $2,500 a month to have a company manage my local directories. Went in, looked at the traffic. All his information is accurate. It's got the right address and phone number on there, but all that was data entry once. What was missing was what it takes, the work it takes to publish content so much to those sites that you actually start getting views, traffic, clicks, calls, and so forth. He was just getting snowballed.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's why I've never really messed around with it.
I get it.
No.
Yep. I get it. It's hard. I don't know how, as a business owner, if you don't live in all this stuff, how would you even ask the right questions? I'm glad you guys asked. Transparency is a big deal.
The what?
The transparency is a big deal.
True.
So I think you need, definitely think you need local listings. We need to concentrate on reviews, but I don't think you need that yet. So I think you should come back to that later.
Yeah.
Just get your website done and then we'll go from there.
Okay. You got one or two other examples of websites that you've designed?
Sure. Hi. I'll give you some just random ones. So you're looking at different kinds of companies.
I like it.
So this is
definitely the gun cleaning one.
Oh, you want GunPro Plus?
What?
Are you serious? The GunPro Plus? You know about that site?
Well, you mentioned that you did something with a gun cleaning or gun restoration, right?
Oh, okay. Allstate Fire Equipment, that one. But we do have another website that's really old that we've done for years, which is called GunPro Plus. But he's a little on the edgy side. His site's always, people are trying to hack it. They don't like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a little political and.
All right.
So this is a transportation company out of Florida.
Cool.
And these guys kind of started the same. I think their website looked about a decade older than your current website when we got them.
Okay.
Let's go. Let me pull this up. So let me show you some sites that are in production so you can see before and after.
All right.
What it is, AWP. So current site. We didn't. not ours.
Yeah,
Let's
better.
see if he's got a. Oh yeah, we've seen it all. This is not that bad. New site.
Wow.
Was,
Georgia Orange, huh?
let me see. HP Design. Infant Orange. So this one's an interest. So this one, see how it says website refresh and development. Most of our clients, we've built not one, but 3, 4, depending on how many years they've been with us, we've built 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 websites. So let's see this one. It's a site we built, but they're in design for another. They don't have it done yet. This would be the 3rd website we've built for this company. So this one is actually old. We're redoing this.
Yeah.
And
All right, so go back to our website real quick.
which one?
The one you were just in.
Yeah.
Northwind?
Yeah.
That one that right there, it says, let's talk, leave details, or, call, text message, blah, blah, all that info right there. Will that send an actual text message to an individual?
If somebody fills out this form on your website, it can send you a notification via email. I do not think via text, but I have to check on that.
Yeah.
That you got a new lead from your website. However, you can, so this is a simple CRM system that we have integrated with most of our websites, where somebody can, let's see here, you'll see it on all these different sites. It's on almost every one of our client sites. Okay, there.
Jennifer, the customer does get a text and also an email.
Okay. Sweet. Kathy, what's an example of this actual scheduling system? Call? Okay.
You can try AC 1 hour air. You can try air.
I see one out.
And towers.
Oh.
Yeah.
One.
Air care. The AC 1 hour air, I believe, has the.
So that system has functionality that is either turned on or off. They're all using the same system. For example, this particular client is using a sales tool, which is an online scheduler. So a consumer can come to the website, or a client can come to the website, and they can say, I need to talk to you about a new project. It's a 20-minute phone call. I'm going to book this for the next open spot, which is 3 o'clock, or you can call me at 4:30 or 5:30. They'll put their information in there, and then you'll get an email and a text message that somebody's asking for you to call them on the 9th at 3, 4:30, or 5:30.
Okay.
And then from the system, they can also leave their details in more of just a web form. They can share a document. So if they want to send a picture of their project or what's wrong, they can send a document, they can call, or they can make a payment online. Those are the pieces of functionality within it.
You said make a payment online?
They can make a payment online, yes.
Cool. Okay.
And that would sync up with our
You can make it.
with
so-
our
You
QuickBooks,
can
or
for a website.
Technically, so QuickBooks is your financial management system. What would happen is the client would come to the website, make a payment on the website towards an open invoice or something. Then that would go through your merchant processor, which would be Stripe in this situation, from Stripe to your bank account, and then your QuickBooks account. When you do your imports for reconciliation, it would auto pull that was a deposit direct to your bank, and you'd have to reconcile that payment was made towards that particular invoice.
okay.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you can add this system. We live by this ourselves. This is the back office to it. So you have the website, your back office to your website, which that's all your pages and posts and content and so forth. And then you have your back office to a simple CRM. Um,
'Cause
which
right now we're using.
you are using Zoho. So are you on Zoho 1?
We are just getting not. I wouldn't say one. We're on the basic, the first one you sign up for, pay for.
CRM probably.
Yeah. Oh yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
it's not all the other tools that Zoho offers.
okay. So
But
you,
it seems like you're pretty rehearsed in Zoho.
yes,
You
definitely.
offer services in Zoho,
Yes.
such as.
I could teach them how to run their. So, for,
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's from India. It's not saying a lot.
every time I go to one of their sessions, I want to just take whoever's on the stage and move them off. And okay, let me tell you.
All right.
So one thing that'll save you money is if you decide you're going to use other functions, if you want to use their email marketing campaign system, or you want to take recurring subscriptions, or you want to move from QuickBooks over to Zoho Books, so that everything is in one database, all of your CRM functions, your marketing functions, your quotes, your agreements, the ability to sign contracts, your books, your financials. Eventually you might look that direction. And if you plan on adding any other functions of Zoho, the Zoho one is the cheapest way to do that. Then you have access to every single one of the systems under their suite. It costs you a heck of a lot less money.
Like, you're serious? How well is their accounting compared to like QuickBooks?
I love Zoho One because I actually have reports that are already prepared, and because the team can see what did people buy. The hard part for me is my team I don't want my whole team in QuickBooks, but I do want our team to be able to see what every client is subscribed to, what they paid for, when their credit card is failing. I don't want an accounting team to be a separate function than an account services team. So for me, what it did is it gave complete visibility to our team account managers to be able to see what was bought, whether it was paid, whether the credit card's on file, if they're delayed in payment. So when they're having a conversation, it's not that they had to get a notice from accounting. They can see it. It's the subscription system. It's completely tied into e-commerce. People can sign up online. They can make payments online. It's 100 times easier. QuickBooks is like a separate, it's like in a separate building.
Yeah.
Compared to when you're using when your entire operation and infrastructure is under one application, you all operate in the same, you're in the same building. It's the easiest way to put it.
Are you able to, in Zoho, are you able to give individuals access to like?
Restrict basically their access? Is that what you mean?
No, thinking
So every single module inside Zoho, you have the ability to assign users different security and different roles. So they can add, they can edit, they can delete, they can view, and you can set up any role to be able to do that in any module within Zoho. And that would be under your user controls here. Then you can automate things. As you get really good at Zoho, you can create workflows and automated processes and triggers. So as you guys go through the process with us, for example, you're a business, so you're going to start off as an account, but you came in as a lead. And then we have deals. Deals are active things that are working right now. Here's yours. So this is your account. Attached to your account, we have notes. We have one active deal, but if you work with the same company over and over and over again, you may have 10 deals because you're working with that same account on multiple transactions. Then you have all of your emails. Every email that's been sent to and from would stay inside the system so I can see all the communications. All the phone calls, same thing. all of your contacts, attachments. Then in addition to that, as you become a client, which you will, Zoho Finance, subscriptions, contracts, expenses, campaigns, and so forth. So every one of these modules, you can add any module and it's all completely attached to the account. So everything works together. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Because their app, well,
What you thinking?
I like the, yeah. I hate the fact that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 softwares,
Mm-hmm.
5. Some
Yeah.
were more mandatory than others, but the 2 main ones is like, I didn't realize that Zoho had an accounting side. I'd be curious to really see how competitive it is up against QuickBooks. And if I ever could figure out that it was just as competitive, or it had all the same features, or it was just as reliable, and then the next piece, because their customer service is kind of iffy, so it makes you nervous going into that. But at the same time, I don't know how much more or how much better QuickBooks is compared to Zoho.
Yeah, for me, I when you're on Zoho 1, you have Premier support, so I think you get better support when you upgrade. 2, they have conferences. Zoho's office is out in California. Where was that? Irvine? Where do we go?
Which one? What do you look for?
Yeah, Northern California is Zoho's main headquarters. Go to their events.
What
Northern California.
Yeah, it's in Northern California. Their main headquarters is there and they have events there. Go to the event and shake hands with the top senior people there. Like we're friends with them. So it helps a lot if we, get stuck on support, we can always call somebody because we know them. Pleasanton. Yeah, is where they're out of. They got a beautiful office out there, and the main core people you need are all in that office.
It's out of SAC.
No, it's in Pleasanton.
Pleasanton.
Oh yes. Christine's been there.
Yep. And I mean, I can't function with a financial system as if it was a completely separate function of my entire business. It's connected. And I need it to be connected. I need my marketing. I need our email. Even something as simple as inside Zoho, there's an email management system that shows you every email that's connected or related to an open deal or a lead or someone that's not in the CRM or colleagues from my team. Just, the ability
Jennifer,
to have some logic.
I did not get to tell Richard your backstory, but Richard, Jennifer has experience in supply chain and logistics. She could tell you more about it, but her background is very, very heavy in CRM and logistics and that type of thing, sir.
I have done at least a dozen ERP implementations on a global scale. So finding something that works for a small business that's not overkill but is flexible enough, Zoho is the only thing I've found. That you can take somebody from a 3-person company to a 100-person company and not have to migrate softwares.
Well, that's because right now we run with a Dash, QuickBooks. We use a lot of Google spreadsheets and docs.
Yep. Are you in G Suites?
Mm-hmm.
You have a G Suites account?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
We run our emails and stuff through, but I mean, which is cool. It's great. Everything, but it's like I ultimately like some of my initial thoughts would our next year is our job management software. There's only a few main pieces we use out of there. I was hoping to just try to find something that G Suite can offer, and then I can keep everything inside of G Suite.
Is it a project? How do you guys function your job management? Is it more like a project management, a traditional project? So you have specific milestones, tasks, associated resources, and so forth?
That it comes with all those bells and whistles, and we started using that, and then it slowly all went away to where we're down to just really we use it for
Job
Fo-
tracking.
photo manage. All of our photos go into there, and that's where we create the job numbers and create each file for each job, and then from there it syncs up with QuickBooks, but it gives access, and it gives our PMs and all of our team all access to all the job costs and whatnot.
Okay, you're definitely going to want to look at what Zoho has. You have a complete project management system in here where you can set up everything based on how you charge the client. You can manage your billing through the system based on job hours, recorded job hours, and there's an app where they can, if you're billable by hour, they can tap a button inside their app and say they started and automatically track those hours, and it shows up in your billable project resources.
And that's from the app. How? I mean, is it like GPS located kind of thing, geofenced?
I don't use geofencing, so I don't know if it is. I have not looked that far. I don't think so.
Okay.
I'd have to look at that. But the project management system, essentially, this is your dashboard for project management. So you have your overall task status, progress, open and closed. You have your resources that are attached to it, top 5 go-getters, for example, team statuses, overdue work items. You have feeds, so you can see what's happening. All of your tasks based on owner, start date, duration, priority, and so forth. You can look at it in different, so if you like the list items or you like a Kanban style, you can manage any open items, tickets, issues, testing, if you have audit kind of periods, all your major milestones, your calendar for the entire project, all related documents, images, photos, and so forth, and then work forms. And they've got more than one project management system. They also have a Nimble project management system as well. Zoho One. Go check out Zoho One and look what's in there. And then if you want to jump on, I can absolutely walk you through what some of the other functionality that's in there you guys might look at. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
So here, watch real quick. I'm going to go to, we're going to go advanced, restore. And this is going to show me these are all the events. These are contacts. This is the account. So I'll go into the account. That's for you. And I'll go into the deal. Go into that particular opportunity. And from here, I'm going to create a new quote. So you choose your sales rep. Example. And it's going to pull from all the data. Then you're going to go in and choose from your product list. Your product list is inside your books account, like your QuickBooks account. So whatever those product items are you would have in QuickBooks, the same things, that's what you have in your inside books. So it's a website design. And I'm going to go basic, 1, posting. For example, add those products, and it's going to show your products inside here. Just don't need tech plan. Then save. Then from here, if I want to send a quote, I have the products in there. So I'm going to say send quote. Now this is tied in with Zoho Sign, which is a different system. That's part of Zoho One.
But you can straight up sign it from there.
Yep.
That's all part of Zoho One.
Yep. And I want to send it to myself, and I want to send it to accounting. And then this inside Zoho Sign, you can prioritize it, leave a note, add your signatures and so forth. And then inside Zoho Sign, this is all your proposals and contracts that you have sent. So you can see how many are in progress. Every one of these are all your quotes, which are attached to the account and the deal. You can see if they're opened, what the sign process is, who signed it, who hasn't signed it, all your completed contracts, and it'll show you who's mailed, who's viewed, who's signed. And then from here, your billing. So that then your billing flows right into the same thing, and you can see it on the account.
Nice.
That's it. And for you guys as a client, your clients can log into a portal. They can update their credit card, update their billing information, and they can see what they're paid for. They can download past invoices. So at the end of year, tax time, they can go download what they need to without bothering accounting.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Zoho is big.
A lot in there.
You what?
No, there's a lot in Zoho, and I kind of figured so when I was messing around. I saw their list of things, the products they offered, and I was like, oh wow,
It's huge.
ooh,
Yeah. It's huge. It's everything from operations, recruiting, even our staffing, HR. We have people management, our attendance, new hires, leave tracking, time tracking. Everything is in there.
I was wondering if that was like their payroll system.
payroll and stuff.
You can do payroll through the system as well. Now that I have not migrated to that yet. I still have a payroll company that's separate. Eventually I'll get there. But our payroll company uses our Zoho people system to know who all of our staff is and so forth.
Yeah.
All of your policies, everything can go in the system.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. I know that's a lot.
No, it was
It
good. It
is.
was lots to bounce around.
Yes. So for the main focus, I'm going to get you a quote for your website. Let's knock that out, get that done, and then that'll be for your website hosting and maintenance. And then we'll come back to these other things so that we can get you in production before we get swamped here, and we can help you with these other things as you guys are more comfortable and want to go forward with those as well.
Okay.
Sound all right?
I
Sounds
like it.
good.
Fantastic. If you guys are ready to go when I send it, if it's all good, then just sign it digitally. It'll come back. We'll send you the onboarding forms and get started. If you have questions, just reach out. We'll jump back on another call and I'll answer those questions for you.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
All right. You're wonderful. Have a good evening.
You too, Jennifer. Thanks.
Thanks, you guys. All right. Bye.
Bye.